Hey there, guys. This is Joffrey with Good Lawn Care. Hey, hope everybody's doing well. I got a call from a neighbor, and they had a friend who lives in this condo here that would like to get their snow done. So I decided this would be a good test to see kind of, you know, if this Honda HS720 is going to be able to tackle snow that is kind of rock hard there at the end of the driveway. You saw in the last video I was able to go through some of those drifts, and it was kind of difficult, but this has been about 3 or 4 days now, and if you know snow after 3 or 4 days, it kind of gets hard, and it kind of can get kind of a little bit icy sometimes. So I wanted to see what the blower is going to do. It definitely was a little bit harder to push for some reason. Now, maybe I was tired from all the snow I've been doing the last few days. But I think it's more or less the snow kind of gets crusted over, and it gets a little bit trickier, especially down here at this bottom part where it gets pushed in by the snow plows, and it has salt in it, tends to melt, and then it refreezes, and it makes it a little bit tougher. This was also a little bit tough because the wind was kind of working against me. I couldn't throw the snow the other way, obviously, because of the neighbor's driveway there. So this is a condo, each person does their own, and I had to be careful about it blowing back over towards that car especially. So anyway, what I did was I went back and forth down on the bottom first here where this stuff is more deep, and it took a little bit. You can see I'm kind of rocking it back and forth, having to push it in, pull it out a little bit, but it was able to kind of get through it. It just takes a little bit more effort. Okay, sometimes you gotta just kind of sit there and let it eat a little bit, but this Honda does impress me. I must say that everything that I've ever put into it, it doesn't bog down. It doesn't shut off. Now, I think I have had that happen once in super, super wet snow, but if you can feed it through there, it seems like it'll take it, and that's what's so nice about this little machine. I had been debating back a little while ago, should I buy another snowblower? I'd like to kind of have a dual stage because I was worried about this exactly right here, having a big snowstorm and having snow that's like a foot deep or more. I'm not going to be able to get through it. Well, this kind of answered my question. I don't think I can justify having a bigger one because guess what? These kind of snows do not happen very often where we live here in the central part of Illinois, and probably even in the Midwest where we're at. Now, if we were in the upper Midwest, Minnesota, and upper states like Michigan and stuff, then yeah, I think I'd want something bigger. But for as many snows as we get, and for the amount of snow we get in a snowfall, most of our snowfalls are 4 or 5 inches. It's very rare that we get a big one like this where we had about a foot of snow. Now, we have had times where we've had 16, 17 inches. In that case, I would probably have to go out in the middle of the snowstorm and do it once, to that way I'm doing not as much at a time. Do it once and then come back the second time, but in this case it worked out kind of perfect that we only had about 10 to 12 inches, which I was able to get through it all. So anyway, I am very impressed with the snowblower. It hasn't really disappointed me. Now, maybe if this was more wet snow, I might have been in trouble. I don't know, but even with wet snow, it seems to want to throw it through there. And so I'm glad. I'm just going to probably stick with the single stage. To me, it seems quicker. I can turn around real quick. The chute is so fast to turn on this thing. You just flip it around with your hand. Boy, there it's turned. You don't have to crank it or anything, which is going to take longer. It's pretty light. I can pick it up, put it on the back of my truck, and so this is probably what I'm just going to stick with this at this time. I only do about 7, 8, 9 driveways at the most, you know, in an event, snow event. So I think this is a good little go-to blower for me, and a good little gig kind of I got it going. I don't want to do a lot of snow. Now as far as mowing, I love mowing. I'd rather pick up more mowing yards at any chance, but snow blowing, I just don't want to do a lot of it, because quite honest, I figure you can't really expect to make a whole lot of money because it's not consistent. It's not consistent income. You'll make the money if you have the snow, but most of the years we don't anymore. So this is probably what I'm going to stick with, this little single stage. And if you're in the market for a single stage snowblower, I would probably recommend the Honda. I haven't run like Toro or some other brands, but the Honda has proven itself to me now, especially after a couple of these big snows. I think it's well worth your money. You're looking at probably $800 some, but if you have a business especially, you know, that's not that much money, and if you can justify it, you got to do it. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching this video. If you watched this far, I did have to go over this driveway twice just because of the amount of snow there. A lot of it spilled over, so I'll go over it a second time. I don't show that in this footage, but you're gonna see the final clip of it right here. And there you have it, guys. Went over it twice. All done. Looks good. Hey, have a good one. It's been Joffrey, good lawn care.